In this video, Aubrey, let's talk about end of life decisions. Imagine, for example, that you had 1 year to live.
Mhm,
How would your life change? What would you do? What wouldn't you do? Is there anything that you would prepare for? Any
mhm.
thoughts on that?
So I guess a couple of clarifying questions, like, I have a year to live now, am I healthy? And I just know that, like, some seer told me I'm going to drop dead in a year, or am I dying and I only have a year left to live because I'm dying?
You always come up with deep questions. So let's take a look at that because I think those are relevant. Let's take a look at the first example where, yes, in 1 year time, you're walking down the street and you just die for
Mhm.
some unimaginable reason. You don't know why. How about in that particular case?
Then, I'm gonna live it up, right? As long as the insurance companies and the creditors don't know, you can run up all sorts of credit.
Okay. Those are certainly possibilities. What would you
I
do, for
definitely wouldn't
example?
work the same job I'm working now because it's not my favorite.
Okay. All right. So maybe getting a new job, or
Mhm.
would you continue to work?
Well, I'd have to have money from somewhere, and I don't
Okay.
have enough savings to last me a year, which is where running out the credit cards comes in.
So you
But
would work.
mhm.
What about relationships?
I mean, I guess I'd try to be more meaningful in the relationships I have now, but I wouldn't want to start a new one.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't go out and seek a life partner because that's not fair to them.
Okay. What about you have two pets right now,
Mhm.
companions, I should say. What about them?
Yeah, so I definitely wanna make arrangements for them to make sure that they're gonna be healthy, happy, that, they're gonna have insurance, that, people are gonna take care of them. That would definitely be a big thing.
Aubrey, let's look at the second scenario where you mentioned that in the case that you are experiencing declining health and you
Mhm.
knew that was going to be the case, what would you do in that particular situation?
I guess that's a really hard question because some of the answers are the same. Like, I would, make sure that, my pets are gonna be taken care of, but I probably can't run up credit card debt because people are gonna know what I'm doing.
Yeah. What about
Um
taking any type of trips, in either scenario? "Oh,
Mhm.
I'd like to visit this place or that place or do this or eat that," or whatever.
I mean,
Anything come
I
to
guess
mind?
it's something to think about. I mean, traveling is not my favorite. There are definitely places I wanna go, but I don't want to be in the process of going there, if that makes sense. I just wanna teleport over there. I don't wanna travel there.
Okay. And let's just say, for
Mhm.
example, someone asked you they knew that you were dying, but they asked you to make a wish, and they would pay for wherever you might, travel. And you
Oh,
knew
well.
that you would have the financial means, the medical assistance that you might need, and so forth. Would that influence your decision?
Now do I get to fly super ultra first class?
Ultra first class.
Excellent. Then, yeah, I'm going somewhere.
Okay, where?
Probably Europe and the UK. I'd wanna go few different places like that.
So if you had the opportunity to travel in Europe, where would you go specifically?
I mean, there's always the touristy things, right? Like, Colosseum in Italy, Rome, all that architecture. But I'd probably take the time to, find out places that are more off the beaten path.
Okay.
Like, everyone goes to London, but I guess there's a lot of more interesting places you can go. So
Okay.
that would be something to look into.
Would you travel by yourself? Would you go with family? How would you approach that?
Well, I'd love to go with my dog, but that is logistically difficult
Okay.
because of like health restrictions between countries.
But if
Um,
it weren't a restriction,
oh, then they're coming with me.
okay. Both the cat and dog?
Oh, no, the cat would hate it. I wouldn't do that to him.
But I think your dog would really enjoy getting out,
Mhm.
taking walks, and things like that. All right. Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts on the end of life decisions in these particular cases.